I'm convinced, Sheikh Jassim set to agree cut price deal for Manchester United. In a dramatic twist that could alter the trajectory of one of the world's biggest football clubs, Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani is reportedly preparing to finalize a cut price acquisition of Manchester United. After more than a year of complex negotiations and strategic posturing, the Qatari royal is ready to move forward, and this time, it's official. Football insiders and Sky Sports confirmed this morning that Sheikh Jassim has reached a breakthrough agreement with the Glazer family, agreeing to a significantly reduced valuation to complete a full takeover of the club. The deal, which insiders say is now in the final stages of legal review, is being hailed as a turning point for Manchester United and perhaps, for modern football ownership at large. With those words, Sheikh Jassim is signaling the beginning of a bold new chapter for Manchester United, marked by ambition, investment, and a return to its footballing roots. The journey to this historic agreement has been anything but smooth. Since the Glazers announced in late 2022 that they were exploring strategic alternatives for Manchester United, the footballing world has watched closely. Multiple parties expressed interest, including British billionaire Sir Jim Ratcliffe and several American investment funds, but it was Sheikh Jassim's full acquisition proposal that captured the imagination of United fans around the globe. From day one, Sheikh Jassim was clear: no partial stake, no compromises. He wanted 100% control of Manchester United, promising to wipe out the club's debt, modernize infrastructure, and restore the club's prestige on and off the pitch. Yet for over a year, talks stalled. The Glazer family, split internally on valuation and terms, held out for an astronomical £6 billion. Sheikh Jassim, despite his immense wealth and patience, refused to overpay. Now, with the deal reportedly agreed at around £4.5 billion, both sides appear to have found common ground, driven in part by market realities, growing fan pressure, and the need for urgent investment at the club. Sky Sports broke the news early this morning, reporting that Sheikh Jassim's 9-2 Foundation has formally submitted final documentation for approval and clearance. Sources close to the deal indicate that the Glazer family has agreed in principle to the revised valuation, with full ownership transferring once regulatory checks are completed. Football insiders have confirmed that Premier League officials have already begun preliminary reviews under the owners and directors test, with no expected roadblocks. One source described the mood inside Old Trafford as cautiously euphoric, noting that preparations for a leadership transition are already underway behind the scenes. If finalized, Sheikh Jassim's takeover would usher in a long-anticipated era of transformation at Manchester United. Here's what's expected: Sheikh Jassim has pledged to eliminate all of the club's debts, an estimated £1 billion burden that has lingered since the Glazer family's leveraged buyout in 2005. This move alone would dramatically increase the club's financial flexibility. Plans are already being drawn up for a full renovation or potential rebuild of Old Trafford, as well as a revamp of the Carrington training facility. Jassim's team has consulted top European architects and sports infrastructure consultants in preparation. The new ownership is committed to strengthening the club's youth academy and women's football program, two areas often overlooked under the Glazers' tenure. One of the most anticipated changes is Sheikh Jassim's vow to rebuild trust with supporters. Reports suggest a new fan advisory board will be formed, with regular engagement on major decisions. Manchester United fans have been here before, promised change, only to be left disappointed. But today feels different. Supporters groups have cautiously welcomed the news, with one spokesperson saying, "We've been demanding change for years." If this deal goes through as reported, it could be the beginning of a real renaissance. On social media, Sheikh Jassim and United sale were trending within minutes of Sky Sports' announcement. Chants of "We want our club back" were replaced with hopeful cries of "We've got our club back." Club legend Gary Neville tweeted, "Massive moment for Manchester United. If Sheikh Jassim brings a new culture, invests wisely, and respects the club's heritage, this could be the start of something special." Though the deal is not yet officially completed, multiple sources have confirmed that final contracts have been exchanged and are under review. Barring unforeseen delays, a formal announcement could come within 2 to 3 weeks, potentially before the start of the summer transfer window. United are expected to enter the market with a rejuvenated strategy under new leadership, focused not just on big-name signings but building a cohesive, competitive squad under long-term footballing vision. Sheikh Jassim's confirmation both in word and now action marks a powerful moment for Manchester United. His decision to agree to a cut-price deal doesn't signal compromise. It signals intent. It reflects a leader who understands that rebuilding legacy sometimes means meeting the moment head-on, not just throwing money at the problem. With confirmation now public from Sky Sports and leading football insiders, fans can begin to look forward to a future built on more than just memories of glory. It may once again be driven by ambition, unity, and belief. The next chapter in Manchester United's storied history is about to be written. And this time, it's a chapter that begins with 2 words from its newest steward: "I'm convinced."